Hey, Stampin' friends. Uh-oh, we have a problem. Hold on, let me see if I can fix some feedback. Hold, please. Okay, kids, let's see if that's a little bit better. I turned my volume off, but it didn't seem to want to turn my volume off. All right, everybody. Hey, happy Thursday, friends. Come on in, say hello. I'm in my stamp studio here, Jody Brechbill, Stampin' Queen. This is not my normal day. I normally am live on Wednesdays at 10 a.m., but it is a lunchtime live today because yesterday I had a little bit of a voice issue, and so I didn't want to push it. And so I decided I would be live today because I had things I wanted to share with you. So I didn't want to skip it, right? Didn't want to skip it. So please ignore the mess behind me. This is a view into Jody's world. This is what's happening right now. I'm getting ready for a retreat on Saturday. And so there are things everywhere. I've got piles as I'm starting to get ready to pack my car tomorrow so that we can go in and set up. So, hey, everybody, love seeing you guys on here this morning or this afternoon, I guess, or depends where you are. Might still be morning for some of you guys. So, while some folks are coming on, you may be catching me live on YouTube. You might be catching me live on Facebook. Either way, drop in, say hello, and we will get Stampin' here in a little bit. But while our friends are joining us, we are going to talk about what's going on in my stamp world. So there's some exciting things that are happening personally with me, with my team of moveless stampers, and with Stampin' Up. Some things you might be aware of and some things you may not. So the first thing I want to make sure that you guys are aware of is we are still in celebration, right? We have a couple more weeks left of celebration and we've added more things. Okay, so we've added some more 10 new celebration items. We're going to play with at least one of these today. And you can get these in replacement of items you may already have. So these are current catalog items, but you want to make sure if you're taking advantage that you're using a different number. Okay, so the number in the catalog is not the number you need to use to get those items for free. So you want to make sure you know about those and that you're taking advantage of that. So what we're going to use today is the dots and spots die. So I don't know if you've used that yet or if you already own it or you're not quite sure what to do with it. I'm going to show you. We're going to use that today. So celebration runs out August 31st. It will be ending. Couple things that are not available are the tree lot dies. Sad. That's what my nephew used to say when he was smaller. Whenever he was sad or upset about something, that's what he would say or do. So anyway, sad the tree lot dies are gone. They will not be making a comeback. Rumor has it that they are on eBay for an exorbitant amount of money. So if you got them, good on ya. I kind of figured they were going to be a popular one. That little camper is just too stinking cute. So the also cards and envelopes are out. Everything else is still hanging in there. I hear that the hippo dies are heading down. So if you haven't grabbed the hippo dies to match your Henrietta Hippo stamp set, maybe grab those before it is a little bit too late. Now, let's talk about Paper Pumpkin. Raise your hand if you're a pumpkin fan. I've been a pumpkin fan since day one. And as my friend Nicole messaged me yesterday, Paper Pumpkin has stepped up their game. So if you are a pumpkin subscriber, Halloween is a coming. September is always our fall Halloween kit, and it looks like it is going to be another Halloweeny kit. So I'm super excited to see. I love making the little treats. Usually Halloween and usually Valentine's Day are the treats. So that one is coming. That will be the September kit. And if you are not a Halloween fan, you can suspend. I don't know if you guys know that, but you can suspend your kit. So if you're getting it monthly and you're either maybe going on vacation or you want to take a little moment or you're not really a fan of Valentine's Day or Christmas or Halloween, you can actually suspend and skip a month. And then it will pick up and take over the next month. So I do have some of my customers that like to do that. They like to skip this month, but this is a little sneaky peeky of what's coming. That is our Spooky Treats September kit. Look how pretty it is. Purple, you guys. It's purple. So, I mean, not only do I love Paper Pumpkin, but I'm digging the boxes. I'm so excited to see the sunflower box. I think it looks gorgeous. And then, of course, there's been some sneak peeks of September, October, and November Paper Pumpkin boxes. Have you seen it? So there are some sneaky peeks. So September will be the Halloween. And then October, November are usually Christmas themed, winter themed. Okay. So if you're not a big fan of that, you can suspend and just go into your Paper Pumpkin account and it walk you through how to do a suspend. The other thing that you can do is you can increase. So if you want to get more than one of that kit, you can absolutely do that. You just need to do it before the 10th of the month because that's when it processes. So I knew that the sunflower was going to be popular. So I went in and I increased the number of kits that I am going to get. But then you have to remember, go back in and decrease the number, or you'll continue getting that number of kits. It's not a one-time deal. So anyway, that is what's coming up with our Paper Pumpkin. Other things, speaking of kits, the Cozy and Bright kit. Have you guys seen this one? It literally just arrived on my door today. I have not had a chance to open them up. But that is an all-inclusive part of our kits collection, and I will be playing with those soon. So Betty, you say you have a question on increasing. Go ahead, throw it in the comments, and I will try and answer that for you. The other thing, have you guys seen the World Card Making Day announcement from Stampin' Up? So I don't know if you guys know, but we do have a holiday. Us crafters and stampers and card makers actually do have a holiday. It is the first Saturday of October, and that is October 1st, I believe. And Stampin' Up is actually going to have a craft along. So I will not be participating because I am actually going to a retreat with one of my team members, Jen. She's hosting a local stamp day on the 1st. Oh, that's a great question, Betty. I think if you increase, if you have the prepaid and you increase, I think that's going to take down your prepaid. Does that make sense? Because you got 6 months or 6 kits. So if you go in and say you want 2, I would think that would decrease by 2. But I honestly am not 100% sure. Unless it asks you for payment. That's one thing it may do, is ask you for payment on there. So that's something, since you're a demo, you could actually call demo support and run that question by them just to make sure. But my gut reaction is that would take down the number of months. So instead you would have 5 months, right? Instead of 6 months. So anyway, but talk to demo support because they're always the ones that will give you the absolutely correct answer. But that's a great question. Okay, so we are talking about World Card Making Day, right? So this is a craft along. Can you see it on there? It is absolutely free. Stampin' Up doesn't always do much for free, right? So this is for demonstrators and customers. So if you're a demo, you can go ahead and reach out to your customers and invite them to this absolutely free craft along. It's going to be 2 to 5 p.m. on, that's Mountain Time. Okay, so make sure you adjust for your time zone, 2 to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. I am not 100% sure what platform this is held on, but I do know registration is open now. So I have a feeling you're going to be getting a link of some sort. So you would sign in on this link. I think it sounds super fun. How cool is it to get together and craft along with demonstrators and customers from all over the world? So I think this is going to be like a super fun day. So check it out. I do have some information on my Facebook group. So let me throw that up here. Time to throw up, everybody. Throwing up. There's my Facebook group. It's a little different than where you guys are right now. This is my Facebook page. This is a business page. So you can head over there, look under events. There's some information. There's a registration link under there. Registration is open today through October 1st. There's no limit. Okay. So you don't have to worry. Even if October 1st, you wake up and you're like, I have no plans today. go ahead and hop on, register, and check it out. So there's going to be people demonstrating throughout the day, and you're going to craft along. So there is some information here, and I will have that information going out via email. So this information is what they're going to use to craft along. So they're going to use the Cottage Rose bundle, the Cottage Wreaths bundle, and a brand new Sneaky Peeky. I love a Sneaky Peeky, right? Let me get my comments back because I lost you guys. I feel like I'm lonely. There's my friends. It's called Warm Welcome. So this is going to be a bundle that is coming in the next mini catalog that starts in January. But as a member of the Craft Along, if you have registered, you can actually purchase this ahead of time, a little bit of a sneaky peek. The other thing that we're offering is when you purchase one of these bundles to craft along, you are going to get a free pack of iridescent pearls. So free event, free pearls. Hello. So there also is a list down here. I will be posting this a little bit later on this week. There's a list that tells you what the supplies are that you need. So if you do want to participate in the craft along and you need to purchase, you can absolutely hit me up and you can order through my online store, or you can message me and I can take care of you. So if you already have Cottage Rose, you're good to go. Cottage Wreath, you're good to go. Or maybe you want to get that little sneaky peek called Warm Welcome. And basically you'll just need, it looks like maybe some blends, some cardstock, that kind of thing. And I do believe once you register, you'll probably get an email from them telling them what all that you need. So you can use, if you don't have these, you can still craft along, right? You can just get together and do whatever you want. Free for all. You can maybe work on kits or just hang out or visit or whatever. So I think that's kind of a fun thing. So mark your calendar, October 1st, World Card Making Day event, craft along, totally free. What can you lose? All right. So if you have any questions about that, definitely hit me up and let me know. So let me tell you what I got going on with my team of moveless stampers. So if you're new with me, I am located in South Central Pennsylvania and we live on a dairy farm. So my team is called the Moveless Stampers. So a little ode to what we do in our real lives every day. So my team, since lockdown, has gone virtual with some stamping events. We used to do them in person, but then, we couldn't, and it kind of took off. And we are able to now reach out to all of our stamping friends all across the country, which is super, super cool. So we do a virtual event with every single catalog. So we have a virtual event coming up. It is called Home for the Holidays with the Moveless Stampers. It will be held September 17th, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. We will have live demonstrations. We will have make and takes, live demonstrations. You get the very best occasion stamp set is what we'll be focusing on. There will be lots of prize patrols and some other fun stuff. I have lots of guest stampers. A lot of my team is going to come on and show you some gorgeous things they are working on right now. So we would love to have you guys join us. And again, that is September 17th, totally virtual. It runs through a private Facebook group. The link will be in the description after this video is over. So you can go ahead. Registration is open now. Just a little shout out that if you are an early bird, we are going to give you a free bonus project. So you will get 8 make and takes if you register by, what's the date? August 22nd. So if you register by then, you'll get that free event, or sorry, free bonus project. So I'm super excited. My team is amazing, you guys. I don't know if any of them are on today, but they are so fun. They are so easy to work with. They are so creative and talented. And this is still very outside of their box. I'm live. I'm on YouTube. I'm doing my Facebook, but these girls are not. A lot of them are in-person demonstrators, and they really took a step outside their box to put on a virtual event for all of our friends across the country. And so we're having a good time. We're loving doing it. So we hope that you support us and support them. So again, description will be in the video below. All right, you guys, I am going to, let's see, it's been a while since I've done this. We are going to do a little stamping today with the Sweetest Cherries. So this was my play date the other day, and this is the focus of our retreat that's coming up this weekend is the Sweet Cherries. So let me hop over to my stamping desk and we'll get crack-a-lackin'. How about that? Alrighty, I am here at my Stampin' desk, so let's hope that transition went well. You can give me a like or a love. Let me know that we are still together, everybody. Just making sure my sound is on and that you guys can hear everything I'm saying. I am going to put up my shopping link right there. And since I'm a little bit closer now with this video, let me get my comments up here. I wanted to share that little sneaky peek with you guys, right? We were talking a lot about the World Card Making Day. And here is the sneak peek. So I can get a little bit closer. Can you guys see that a little bit better? It is called Warm Welcome. It's a very small image, but I can see a cat, so already love it. And it looks like it is a door, a front door maybe that opens. It looks like there is front door here. There's some dies here that like this would be this almost the front door there because it says welcome. Let's spend time together. Something you feels like coming home. I have my bifocals on, but it is tiny, you guys, and my printer kind of stinks. Something you, what does that say? Knowing you feels like coming home. I think that says hello, yay, open house, open heart, open mind. So that looks a lot of fun. And then of course, here is the cottage wreath and then there's the cottage rose. And that's what we will be focusing on during the free card making event on the 1st. So I hope a lot of you guys will join that. I think it sounds like tremendous fun. Now, before I get started, oh my gosh, you guys, guess what we forget? I get distracted and I forget to tell you about Prize Patrol. So we had adhesive backed hexagons. That was our prize from last week. And our winner is Corinne Buvia. Buvia? I think that's how you pronounce it. So Corinne, you won. I have those headed your way shortly. And then here is Prize Patrol for today, the elegant faceted gem. So all you need to do is like, love, comment, or sprinkle my video and you get entered. And then you want to come on back next week and see if you are the winner. The other thing we forgot to say is summer school. Summer school is winding down, you guys. And I'm giving tickets. So if you are on with me, I've got tickets in my summer school bucket, lots and lots of tickets. I have a bunch more I need to put in here later on today. So 2 lucky winners are going to get $25 shopping spree. So how cool is that? So make sure you comment here. That's all you need to do. So if you're catching the replay or you're on with me now, just comment here and your name will go in the bucket. All right. This is actually the last year for summer school. I'm doing it a little bit differently next year. So stay tuned for that. We still will be having something similar, but not quite what we have been doing. Now, here's something else I want to share. This is what I made last night. Oh, isn't that pretty? So I had a stamping session last night and I made this framed art. I love framed art. I think it's so cool. And grabbed that lighthouse and made this 9x9 shadow box sampler. So I love it. I think it's gorgeous, just gorgeous. So I do have a class coming in a couple days with that lighthouse. So super cool. Keep that in mind. All right, guys, let's do some stamping, shall we? That was a lot of talk. Lot of talk. So Sweetest Cherries, sweetest. I'm not saying Swedish, but it sounds like I am. Sweetest Cherries is what we're going to work with. So I got a couple cards I want to share with you guys. And let's see what I got here. So we're going to create this card first with our sweet sorbet and some black. I love black and red together. Perfect for the cherries. And as always, the dimensions for these will go into the description. So if you want to create them at home, you can just check out the description. Just scroll down and you will find the measurements. So I've got two pieces of white here. One's a little bit bigger than the other. So my bigger piece is going to go on the inside because we need to stamp in there. Then I have my basic black and my basic white. So we've got just a little bit of a layer there. But in the meantime, I've got some designer series paper. So that's our in color DSP, as well as our in color glimmer paper. It's ombre. So we're going to attach those two onto our card. So let's add that down here at the bottom. And then I'm going to do just a strip right across there with that ombre DSP as well, and add a little bit of sparkle to our project. So we can now, let's stamp first. So in case I ruin it, I'm not too far ahead. Got some Memento black here. I'm not sure. I'm hoping I have everything I need, but you know how it goes sometimes because I'm in the middle of packing for my retreat. I've been pulling stuff and packing stuff, and then I think, oh no, I need that, and I have to go back and grab it and pull it off the pile. So I have a little bit too long there. Trim that down, and we will just stamp our thank you for being so. There we go. Now we can add this to our black cardstock. I have just a little bit of an edge there. It's like maybe an 1/8 of an inch, I'm thinking. Grab some black and white gingham ribbon. So I'm hoping some of you guys on here, I see some names popping up, and I think some of you will be joining me Saturday for our 12-hour retreat, and some of you guys grabbed to-go kits, which is awesome. We have such a good time planning these. Some of you guys follow my friend Connie Heisey, and she and I do these events together. We have so much fun planning. All right, so that's going to go on our card front right here. And then on this piece, I have a strip, which I think I might need to trim this down. Let's see how that looks. I'm going to trim it down just a little tiny bit because I want to run that across there. So I will add it right along the bottom. So the inside is going to be pretty, just like the outside. And then I have baby trimmer here. Let's see if we can get baby trimmer to work a little bit. So do I have it at 4? Let's do there, and then a little bit there. All right, that works for me. So we're going to stamp that a little later. In the meantime, I did die cut some white, basic white with our stylish shapes, and then of course black with our layering circles dies. So we'll just add them together. And hopefully I've got some Pop-Tarts here. I do. There we are. A couple dimensionals on the back. It's exactly what we need. I got yours ready to go, Denise. It'll be packed up and ready here next week. It's always fun to get those in the mail, isn't it? All right, there we are. Now we need to make ourselves a cherry. Well, let's do a ribbon while we got it out here. Then I can get this out of the way. Oops. This is one of my favorite ribbons in the catalog. I love it. And you know, you can color it, right, you guys? You can color it and make that whatever color, if you want purple or red or black and black. Do whatever works for you. Just grab your blends, or you can even dip it in some re-inker and dye it. Use a blending brush and color it. Trim off the ends that are too long here. All right, so now let's do some stamping. Dang, I thought I had some, I need some scrap paper. Maybe it's on one of my other projects. All right, here we go. Now, I think just to be on the safe side, I'm going to get my squishy pad here. I've got a cherry, I've got a stem, and I've got a leaf. And then we need that punch. So we're going to stamp our cherry with sweet sorbet. I just inked this up so it may be super, super juicy. We will find out shortly. There we go. Oh, it is. That is a ripe cherry. So let's punch that out. Okay, one cherry. There's a leaf here. Let's see. Well, it came out. Let's see how good I am. My punch needs a sharpen. I think I need to do that afterwards here. I'm going to go with garden green. And I want to stamp it off. Do I have some scrap paper here? Because I want it to be a little bit lighter. So let's stamp it off one shade lighter. And then I'm going to see if I can actually line it up on that thing I punched. Not too shabby, Brechbill. Now this little piece here, I didn't know exactly what it was, but it looks like it is leaf veins. So I'm going to stamp that in full strength just to give a little bit of dimension to that leaf. Then we're going to do our, put that there, our stem. I had it. Oh, it's right in front of me. Oh, Lordy. It's one of those days, huh? We're going to do our stem in black. There we go. Hey, friends who are just joining us. Glad to have ya. Make sure you're commenting here so you get entered into my summer school drawing if you are on with us today. Now, time to assemble. So I like my green glue for this. I'm going to take a little dab of green glue. Oh, it made a bubble. What the? Look at it. It's on my thumb. It popped. That's weird. All right. Now, this has that bubble made more than what I needed. So there we go. I just took a little bit off. I just put a little bit there to attach that stem. I love my green glue for that. And we'll pull our card back in here because we can add our cherry with some pop dots. There we go. Oh my gosh, doesn't it just look so yummy? Such a yummy little cherry. Now I'm going to put a dimensional on the back of our leaf, and I'm going to pull in a bitty for this one. I like my bitty dimensionals for that leaf. Now I've got sticky on my thumb. Let's do a little bitty, little baby dimensionals right there. They work perfect. So there we are. Isn't that cute? So cute. All right, but you can't just have thank you for being so. You could say whatever you wanted in that case. Thank you for being so stupid. If you wanted to send that to somebody who's annoying, yeah? But I'm going to send it to someone who is so sweet. There we are, kids. Let's put that on the inside, and we are ready to move on to our next one. There we go. Oh, no. Stop. Stop. Hold the presses. What did we forget? Everything's better with bling. So let's get out our bling-a-bling here. Can I just use, let me see if I can just, this might be dry. I haven't used it for quite some time. So I've got the classic matte dots. So I'm just grabbing some black ones here and we're just putting a couple dots. There we go. Now we're good. Now we're good. That card was almost nude and we can't have that. All right. Thank you for being so sweet. I love it. All right. Now let's do another one, shall we? Okay, this is a super easy card, but uses a set of dies that I haven't really played with too much yet. So let me take my piece of basic white here. Oh, it has a little bend in it. I think it'll be okay. And these dies, we're going to use those. Split something. Split textures. I know one of you guys will know what it is. So let's grab Mr. Big, because it will not fit through Baby Boss. So we got to use Mr. Big here. So we'll get that lined up. And we're going to die cut that down in the corner of our basic white. Now, the one thing that I will tell you that I noticed with this, you can't quite see, I'm going to do it upside down because that I feel like that gives me a better cut. It cuts all of this intricately. So I'm flipping it upside down. That way the cutting side is up. And I think what I'm going to do before that, I'm giving you guys some tips and tricks for what I learn along the way. What I'm going to do to start with is I'm going to grab some washi tape here because I'm doing it blindly upside down. I'm going to tape it so it doesn't move on me. And I ran it through yesterday and it did okay. But then I had to go back through because not everything cut out. So I'm going to tape it to this side right here. And then I'm going to flip it like this and run it through. Okay, is that making sense? So if you have those intricate dies and they seem like they are not quite cutting, you have to go back and keep rerunning it through. The one that I'm thinking of that happens to me the most is the tree ones that has the little deer. It's like the branches and the boughs of the tree. That one I run through upside down. So let's see if my tip worked. Very carefully remove your washi and put that in here just so it doesn't get lost. And then don't you have all kinds of fun right here? Look at all these little pieces. So if you, you might have seen that I have a vacuum cleaner in the back of my studio today. It was behind me. That's why. This is exactly why. All kinds of nooks and crannies on this one, but they come out pretty easily. You might have to get your little poker to get everything out. Come on, little pieces. You're cool, but you're messy. All right, let's see where my poker tool is here. I don't mind poking as long as everything is cut. All right, let's do a couple little pokes here just to make sure we can get them out. There's a couple that are a little bit tight in there. So I don't know if I can get them out or not, or if I need to go back through. I could have done this ahead of time, but I wanted you guys to see how it works to make sure that you knew about running it through upside down. So just a couple. These right here just have a little, they don't want to quite come out, do they? All right, so let me get rid of this because we might run through upside down just to make sure those pieces come out, because I don't want to rip them. Let me see if this works. This is always my last ditch effort. Sometimes you can put the squishy pad underneath and just poke that little bit that's still tight in there with that poker tool. It's cut. It just has a little bit hanging on there. That's the one that's giving me the fit, that little square right there. Aren't you a little jerk today? There we go. Ta-da. Now I'll kind of just clean up those edges right there. And we're good to go. We can move on. Okay. So we're going to take a piece of garden green. That's our card base. Let's fold that in half. You guys probably all fell asleep during that demonstration, huh? Like watching paint dry. I'm going to grab some sweet sorbet and the word birthday wishes. So this one's going to be sweet birthday wishes here. So we'll just stamp that right down here. There we are. And I need to clean off my sweet because it's in red and I need it in green now. There we go. So I've got garden green here, and we're going to stamp our sweet in that. I don't know what that is. Something that does not belong. All right. Time for a little fussy cutting. I know some of you guys like to fussy cut and some of you guys do not like to fussy cut. In the meantime, before I start cutting, let's go ahead and glue down our grid here. So I've got my green glue because I need to have just a little bit, a little dab will do ya. Don't need a ton. I like to put my initials in it just so that I know it's mine underneath. There we are. So I'm going to turn that over because I can then rub it a little bit, get it good and stuck so it can sit and stick while I am working on my cherries. So instead of stamping my cherries, we're going to go with punching. So I need 2 of them. So we've got 2 cherries. We'll need 2 stems. 2 stems, and then we'll need a couple leaves. There we go. Now for our leaves, I want to have a little bit of dimension. So we're going to use that ink pad that we just did, or that, not the ink pad, the stamp that we just, oops, that we just used on the last one. So I'm just going to stamp those veins on here. There we go. All right, now it's time for some leaf assembly. So the nice thing with this is you can have them kind of going one way or the other just by reversing it. So I'm going to have my stem go that way. One's going to go to the left and one's going to go to the right. Oh, I don't want too much to come out. There we go. Just a little dollop. There's one cherry, and then this one's going to go the other way. Aren't they cute? Ah, so cute. All righty. I need to make some room here. I'm hogging myself in. All right, so let's see what we want to do next. Let's put them on with dimensionals. I love dimensionals, so I don't hesitate to use them. So that cherry is going to go this way, and this cherry will go the other way. There we are, and then we'll get some dimensionals. I'm going to pull those little bitties back in again. Oh, it's sticking. There we go. Dimensional, dimensional. This cherry is going to have 2 leaves. And then this cherry is going to have 1 on the bottom. This one fell off. There you go. All right, so what we're going to do next, now we could have stamped the sweet across there, but I am actually going to fussy cut it. So I should have done this ahead of time. I know, because no one wants to sit and watch me fussy cut. But I was at the dentist this morning. So I just got back and got everything ready for you guys so that I could come on here and hang out with you guys during lunchtime. So fussy cut with me, sing yourselves a little song, play some music. And if you want to make this at home and you do not want to fussy cut your words, just stamp it right on your card. No worries, right? That's easy enough to do. Alrighty. This is a pretty easy one to cut because it's so big. Some of those words are tiny when you're trying to fussy cut them out, but this one is a nice big word, so that makes it a little bit easier. Oh, my throat's starting to get dry again. So hopefully I'll be able to finish the last card. I had to have an endoscopy yesterday. And so, or not yesterday, Tuesday. And so it just made my throat a little bit dry and scratchy. No big deal. But it's still a little bit, it gets a little bit dry. All right, how's that looking? Pretty good, I think. All right, so pop dots on that. And I'm going to go with the bitty pop dots again because they fit just perfect. Right in those little small spaces. There we go. All right, everyone's still on with me. I got one more card to show you. Actually, I might actually skip this one. I might just show you the dies that I've been talking about. So there we are with our sweet birthday wishes. There we are. I want to put a couple blings on there. Okay. Just a little shine right there in those cherries. So isn't that cute? How about that one? Oh, I lost my picker tool. So there we go. Very quick and easy card using those whatever they're called, dies. I don't know what their names are. Split textures, I think, but I'm not 100% sure. So there's card number 2, and we have card one more. All right, now I'm not going to show you all of this because you kind of get the gist of how that cherry punch works now, but I do want to show you the spots and dots dies, or dots and spots dies, because those are free during celebration. You can get that die. So we've just got black and we've got white here. That's going to be our card base. And I have a piece of black that I'm going to run through. So we need to pull Mr. Big back in here. There we go. I do certainly miss our magnet plate for times like this. All right, so all I'm going to do is, can you see? I'm just going to lay that on here and we're going to run it through, and that's going to make us some dots and spots. Again, I'm doing it upside down because then I can see. And now we have Swiss cheese. Yay! Swiss cheese. So now you're going to make a mess and poke all those little holes out. So your floor is going to look terrible like mine. There we go. That's what the vacuum's for, right? Or your dog or cat, because they will pick them up and haul them everywhere on their feet. There we are. So I'm just going to now attach, and I like the green glue again for this one because I can kind of go in between the holes rather than the regular adhesive. Little bits will do you with this one. Remember, we don't need to gush it because it will make a nice mess for you. This is one I got right at the very beginning, and then I didn't really play with it. So this card that I'm making is actually a case from Connie Stewart, and she has a cute series on her site using the cherry for more than just a cherry. So you can make it an apple, a cherry, or an orange. And that's what I made yesterday. I did it as an orange. So the first thing that I did was look at this and I was like, where's that designer paper from that has those big polka dots? I love polka dots. Where is that DSP? And it just turns out that it is actually the die that creates that. So it's not DSP at all. All right. So isn't that cool? So I just wanted to share that with you. But let me show you the finished project. Yeah. So stamping and punching, and this is what you get. You get oranges. So I stamped it in pumpkin pie and shaded spruce. And instead of having a stem, just went right to the base of the cherry. And then I used my pumpkin pie blend and I colored in the iridescent rhinestones, so they're orange as well. Isn't that cute? Super, super sweet. So let's see what all we created today. So we have our traditional red and black cherry. We've got our oranges, and then we've got the cherry using the punch. I love them. So cute. So cute. All right, you guys. Thank you all so much for joining me today, even though it was a little bit off. I hope you enjoyed hanging out during your lunch hour with me. And let me show you what else I was creating. How about that? I made some more things. So let's see what else I made. Okay, we have this one here. Sweet birthday wishes. That's with Tahitian Tide and Sweet Sorbet. Real Red and Granny Apple Green. I need a lot of birthday cards, so you'll see I use the birthday wishes quite often. Then this one is Pool Party and Sweet Sorbet. And then you guys saw these before, but these are using the note cards. So these are pre-cut, pre-scored note cards, and they come with envelopes too. And so you can make cute little note cards. They're easy to make and use as a gift, or if you just need some quick cards. There you go. Some I didn't even use the cherry, just use some DSP and the stamps. I like that one. And there we go. So lots of cherry cards today. I will post these later over on my Facebook group. And then just to make sure you guys remember, I told you about my Home for the Holidays virtual event. That information will be in the link below, as well as the dimensions for all of these, or the cards that I made today. So if you want to make more of them. All right, y'all. Thanks so much for joining me. We will get back on track next week. So make sure I'm always on YouTube and Facebook on Monday for Movie Mondays. And then I am on Facebook and YouTube for What's Up Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So make sure you mark your calendars down. Make sure you follow and subscribe so you never miss a moment. All right, everybody, have a great week. See you next week.